Alright, welcome back to the channel. I'm Hands Face P. I'm not stretching the camera out so you can see me. You don't need to see me. As you can see, on the table we have a couple of cool things. All of these firearms have something in common, or some things in common. They're all suppressed. There's a lot of talk in the gun community, as well as in like the news in general, about suppressors, and they're scary and dangerous and only assassins use them. So I'm going to kind of give you some baby steps on what suppressors are, what they sound like, what their uses are, why they're totally awesome and every gun owner should have one. So up on the chopping block we have a 22. This is a Browning Buckmark with a silencer co. These are all silencer co's. That is a silencer co. Oh shoot, I can't even remember what this is. Spectre 2. That is my Spectre 2. Glock 19, 9mm with a Octane 9. A Glock 21, 45 ACP with an Osprey 45, and my little stumpy 11.5-inch SBR with a Omega. I think they're calling them, it just used to be called the Omega, but now they're calling them the Omega 30 because it's a 30 cal can. So we're gonna set up real quick. I'm gonna show all these off. We're gonna shoot some a little bit, and I'm hoping you'll be able to hear what these actually sound like in real life, from the quietest to something that's really loud actually. I'm gonna try to do as best a representation as I can. I'm gonna talk over it and everything so you can hear what it would sound like to be standing next to one of these. So let me get the camera set up and we're gonna move over to the range. All right, first up we have a 22. This is the Browning Buckmark 22. And I think this is Remington Golden bullets, the cheap stuff, super cheap. Notice I don't have any ears in because it's really quiet, super quiet. So listen for the sound of the action and the bolt closing, and then listen for the gunshot. Notice that. Now listen for this. It's super quiet. I don't need to yell over it. I can pretty well talk to the person next to me over top of it. And I'm hoping that that microphone isn't squashing the sound, but I'll check it in post-production. Testing 1, 2. See how quiet it is? There you go. That's 22. So let's go to the 9mm next. All right. Next up, we have a Glock 19 with a 9mm suppressor. This is a silencer co. Octane 9 HD2 or whatever it's called. It's an Octane 9. Notice I do have ear pro on this time. It's still quiet. It's still probably technically hearing safe. If you have, like I have somewhat sensitive ears, this will make my ears ring. But we'll put it in and I'll show you kind of what it sounds like. Into the berm. So again, listen for like the action noise. Listen to it slapping down range. That, see, so you can hear, I can still pretty much talk over it. And with ear pro on, God, it is super quiet. And you can hear that thump. You hear like the tick thump. That's the round, and then the thump is the round hitting the berm. There you go. That's what a 9mm sounds like. All right, next up. We have a 45 ACP. This is a Glock 21 with an Osprey 45. Bigger bullet. It's a 230 grain. Bigger bullet, bigger hole in the end. And again, it's fairly loud, so that's why I'm wearing ear pro. So, same thing. Listen for the thump in the berm. Listen for the action noise, the reset of the trigger, things like that. I'll try talking over it again. So it's kind of a poof sound. It's not super loud. It's kind of hard to explain versus the 9mm. It's more of a big open like poof sound. It's weird, but I mean it's still, I'd say it's probably hearing safe. And as you can see, I'm running crappy ammo. But that's it. 45 ACP, that's what it sounds like. Last up, we have the 11.5-inch AR-15. These are not subsonic, these are supersonic, so you're gonna hear that crack, and it's going to be very loud. I recommend if you're shooting something short like this, run Ear Pro, because this is gonna be very, very loud. Let's see. Woo! You get a lot of gas in the face. AR-15 with a suppressor, more quiet, but still pretty loud.